Secondly, neonatal diseases. Neonatal diseases or defects. This is actually very, very much common in, like, not only all over the world, but in Africa. It's one of the leading cause of death, and it's very sad that it's also the leading cause of death in Nigeria, the second leading cause of death. These are simple defects that can, I'm not going to place anybody at fault here, but it's mostly because of lifestyle of the mom, of the mother, or it can also happen because of misplacement of chromosomes, gene, and some funny interactions during the process of development of the newborn, and which can affect the life of the newborn. So when that child is being given birth to, and this defect is not being contained on time, can lead to massive death. It can cause hemorrhages. It can cause discomfort. It's actually very heavy on both sides, the side of the child and also the side of the parents and the caregiver, because it's very devastating to give birth to a child with maybe a brain defect, or maybe any of the megalies, any of the brain defects and anything, and maybe a spinal cord bifida. It's very, 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 very devastating. Cause of this is because people are not being enlightened on the causes of neonatal defects. Some people think it's the village people, especially, as I said, most of this happens right in the rural area. Lifestyle can actually affect the development of a child. One of the cases, severe neonatal defects I've actually seen in hospitals is ventriculomegaly. That is when there's a lot of CSF. In CSF, what I mean by CSF is cerebrospinal fluid accumulated in the ventricles of the brain. So when the brain becomes enlarged, or the ventricles becomes enlarged because of accumulation of too much CSF, it can cause ventriculomegaly, which is one of the leading causes of hydrocephalus, fluid in the brain, accumulation of fluid in the brain. And there are lots of natural born defects. But the thing is, aside being a natural cause, these studies have actually proven that it can actually be caused by certain lifestyles. And I think people are not being educated very well on causes of all these defects and how to prevent it. And that's why, as an expecting mom, you need to be going for your antenatal, pre-antenatal, and post-antenatal. Take vaccines. When you give birth, give your child vaccines. You understand? They are immunization stuff. You'll be given dates on when to come to take vaccines for you and your child. This will actually protect and prevent certain reoccurrence of or triggering of some defects. The neonatal defects / diseases can actually affect almost 48% of people out of 100,000 people. So out of 100,000 people, over 48% of them can actually be affected by neonatal defect. And that's actually very big, because imagine 48% out of 100,000 compared to malaria, which is about 50 something to stroke 60 something % of people.